excited to be here.
What's up, everybody? You are back on the other side with Mike G. Today's guest is a phenom in the bare knuckle fighting championship. He is a tornado of fists with a heart of gold and enough energy to light up New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only Esteban MOHAWK Rodriguez. How's it going, man?
What's going on, world? We live, baby. We here, baby.
Yes,
we
sir.
here.
How you been, man?
Man, I am phenomenal. Walking on cloud nine, man. Chasing championships, man. The air tastes different when the gold's in the air, you know?
I'm sure, yeah. So close, so close. I can't wait. But before we get to the title, we got to start at the very beginning, man. What kind of kid were you growing up? Where are you from, and what was life like?
Ooh, man, I grew up in the Burton Heights, man. Adversity snipping on my heels, man, all my life, dude. Out here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, man. It's been a wild ride, man. It's been a wild ride. You know, picking up bottle cans in the alleyways, trying to return lost dogs just for the reward, you know what I mean? So I could bring something to the table for my Dukes, you know what I mean? But hey, I didn't know back then that you weren't supposed to be washing pups with dishwasher soap or windshield. So unfortunately, it was quite a bit it was quite the experience, but my first entrepreneur job out there, man. But
very nice.
Yeah, I've been, you know, trying to impress the wrong crowd here and there too, man. I grew up in adversity. Like I said, I spent a little bit of time, unfortunately, away, and I turned it around, man. I found a different path. I found a way to be able to pioneer my way through, to show people what to do with the animosity, with that all that negative energy, and like how I changed my life around, man. And it has been a roller coaster of events, but so worth it, man.
Hell yeah, man. Do you remember the first time you got punched in the face?
Ooh, I do actually, man. I do.
I gotta know.
I was running around the streets, man, doing things I shouldn't have, and somebody found a bike, man, that was their cousin supposedly, and they ran up on me and they told me, "Yo, that's my cousin's bike." Unfortunately, you know, it was a pink bike, so there was no, you know, that was a little difficult situation. But my man caught me right in the chin, and I was crying, and I just remember taking off like, "Oh God, what just happened?" And I shouldn't have been doing it. I mean, I didn't know any better, though. You know what I mean? It was just, in the environment, that's what it was. You know, you see a bike, or you don't want to walk home, you got to jump on it to get home, man. You know what I mean? The lights are on, baby. You got to get to the house.
And now there's piles of them everywhere for a quarter. You can just pop a quarter in and
oh man, you know it, man. You know it's the things back then to what it is now, man. You know, it's like, because when I went away, unfortunately, I was playing around with marijuana too much. I had too much on my license, so I ended up catching felonies for that, man. And it was just, you know, now it's every corner. You know what I mean? You got it on every block, and it's like, bro, can I get some of that time back or some compensation or something? You know what I mean? Like, hold on. Yeah. I wasn't doing bad stuff. I was just over my limit, man. You know what I mean? I had my license and stuff, but you know how that goes. You know,
right?
Can't fight the law, man, because the law wins every time.
Every time. What kind of student were you in school?
Ooh, man, I was the class clown, man. I was the class clown. I was bullied, though. I was always bullied, but I was that class clown, man. I got stuffed in the locker twice. And it was a rough childhood, man. It was a rough childhood growing up, you know, always trying to impress, you know, that crowd, you know what I mean? And it was just one thing after the other, man, just snowballing effect. And yeah, man, I wish I could have took things a little more serious, you know what I mean? Sure. But hey, things happen the way they happen, and I probably wouldn't be the man I am today if I wouldn't have gone through all that.
Absolutely. When did you realize you could fight?
Ooh, I would say when I was getting jumped, and I would beat the crap out of everybody. Every time, like in the streets where I was at, you know, I always had people jumping me, and it was just always uneven. So I ended up having to learn how to adapt. Watching anime growing up, I was always watching those cool, you know, Power Rangers and stuff like that, all those crazy fight scenes. So in my mind, I'm like, man, I want to be like that one day. You know what I mean? So I started attacking that, you know, and I would bring it into what I was doing. And it was days when I would just be walking, man, and there'd just be some kids doing bad things, and then I'd be the wrong place, wrong time, and hey, what are you doing on this block? And what you playing? And I'm like, I don't know, taxes. I don't know anything. You know what I mean? It's like, it was a wild ride. It was a wild ride.
Oh my goodness! You started your career in MMA. How did that come about?
Oh man, so I was going to Michigan State for a HEP program called the High School Equivalency Program to get my GED. when I was going to that program, I was playing against the other dorms. I was staying in the college, and we would play against other dorms. Then they told me if I wanted to come try as a walk-on at the camp program, the college assistant migrant program. So I was like, cool, I might jump in the NFL, make my way through, doing what it do. They liked what I was doing, and they were like, hey, you're fast for your speed or for your size. They're like, you're pretty fast. Would you like to come try as a walk-on? And I'm like, let's get it. You know what I mean? And then as the time when I was waiting for my semester, a friend of mine was like, yo, let's try this MMA thing. It'll help you stay fit. Maybe it might work out. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. And I'm like, yeah, it'll help me stay fit for football. And I get in there, man, a 3-second knockout, man, or 4-second knockout. It was a 4-second knockout, 1-2 head kick, man, and dude was out of there. This guy was 6'6", man, 6'6", 265 pounds. I was only 245 at this time, man. And this guy, I've never ever in my life at this point met anybody like bigger than me like that. And like when I got in there and I'm like looking up at this man, I'm like, they do exist. I'm like, this is, and now I'm getting a taste of my own medicine, man. You know what I mean? And I was scared. I was scared, man. And I was like, I think I forgot something in the locker room, guys. You know what I mean? But I buckled down, man. I went out there and I executed what we ended up planning off. 1-2 head kick, man, and 4 seconds knockout. And it was history after that. I was just knockout after knockout after knockout after knockout. I went 9-1 at all knockouts as an Emmy. And then my one loss, I was still beating the brakes off of this dude against one of the top contenders in the state. It was a championship fight. I dislocated my shoulder in the first 30 seconds, and I was still working this guy, man. And it was insane, but I wasn't able to afford the jiu-jitsu. So unfortunately, I ended up taking a lot of losses back to back from the Americana. And man, that Americana was my nightmare, man. I ended up going 1-4 as an amateur, as a pro MMA. And I ended up taking time. I did 2 weeks of jiu-jitsu out of deep water with my coach Cal, my boy Coach Calvin, man. He was handling business, and he got me together. And I actually got a gold in the gi and no gi in a Fuji tournament with the Americana, man. And I was like, after that, I remain undefeated. I was like, you know. But I wasn't able to get any fights after that. What's crazy is like I wasn't able to get any fights after I ended up, biting the barrel, man. I came to a dark spot, man, and I bit the barrel and I started praying, bro. Magic started happening 3 days later, bro. Like, dude hits me up about bare knuckle, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, I don't know, don't break my heart. I haven't been able to get any fights because I've been lost back to back to back. I got 4 Americanas back to back, so like, don't break my heart here, man. What can you do for me, man? Let me fight. And, dude, they brought me out there to lose at Omaha, Nebraska, man. And I went out there, dude, and, man, it was my first time ever even hearing about, like, bare knuckle or anything like this, man. And everything was going wrong. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, man. I went out there, though, and, like, my wife made it happen. She called I almost lost contract because I couldn't find shoes my size. So she called every single Dick's Sporting Good, every place that could be able to have like wrestling shoes or boxing shoes. Nobody had size 15s. Amazon Prime let us down, and they dropped the ball day of. I'm like, bro, come on, man. They were supposed to leave, bro. Like, so I ended up going all the way to Cleveland, Ohio. Met up with some cat at 3 o'clock in the morning at a Walgreens, bro, to buy some size 15 shoes. It was straight up out of a movie, man. You get out, you see this guy walking up, you're like, oh man, hold on, is that what's going? You got some shoes? I don't see shoes in his hands, man. I'm like, hey, if I get out and do this, just take off, get the kids, and go. You know what I mean? Come back for me later. I'm gonna try my best to defend you guys. And we went out there. He pulled the shoes out from behind. You got the stuff? And I was like, you got the stuff? He hits me with you got the money? And I'm like, well, you got the shoes? What's going on? Straight up out of a movie, man. And my man's pulled them out of his back pocket. I tried them on right there. And man, we skated, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, my man saved the contract. We secured I think it was the fastest knockout after the bell, or like right after they say knuckle up. And at that time, it was immediately. I went in 1-2, chambering my shot in the second round. I dropped this man's bottom 4 teeth, man. I pushed his bottom 4 teeth in. And at that moment, I knew this was my sport. I was built for this. I was born for this. And I said, this is where I'm going to make my mark. And nobody's going to take it from me, man. And I've been on a war path and on a rampage ever since, man.
Absolutely. When did you start rocking the Mohawk?
Woo, 2004.
Wow.
2004, man. I got tired of getting bullied. And I told myself, man, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I got to do something different. I didn't see anybody with the mohawk. Everybody had the
Mhm.
ball fades, the Christie lineups, you know what I mean? Looking all fancy, you know. And I was like, man, I'm going to do something different. I'm tired of getting bullied. I'm tired of getting stuffed in the locker. And I buckled down and I got the mohawk, man. I said, you know what? This is something different. I love the anime. I love the warrior. And this is like,
Mhm.
I figured that was the moment I changed my life around, man. 2004, man. 2004. That bad boy was up there too, from the Jerry curls to the mohawk, man.
How is the I mean, obviously you don't get bullied anymore, so the mohawk doesn't serve that purpose. But has its meaning changed over the years?
I mean, really, it's just been I've separated myself from the crowd, man. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
I've said this is my moment where I'm gonna be that one in a million. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm not gonna be like everybody else and follow the line, or
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean, the common, the common hairstyle. I would say I wanted to do something
Right.
unique, something different, something that's gonna stand out. And I didn't even like the name Mohawk at first. It was crazy. I didn't even like the name Mohawk. Everybody just kept calling me Mohawk, Mohawk. I'm like, hey, that's not my name. Yeah, that's not my name. And it
Hmm.
just eventually it just stuck, man. And then I was like, well, what's my fight name gonna be? And no other better name than the Mohawk,
Right.
baby. Mohawk
Exactly.
is it.
Um, I want to know, you mentioned earlier getting into trouble, and I try whenever possible when guests come on the show to talk about something that they've gone through that was really difficult. You mentioned it. Um, how much trouble did you get in, and what consequences did you have to go through?
Woo, man. Well, back in 2008, I believe it was, I ended up running in, playing with guns way too early. I caught a discharged firearm in at a building, a
Mm,
CCW, and things were just snowballing after that, man. I thought I knew what I was doing. I was trying to impress the wrong crowd, taking that wrong path, man. And it was felony after felony after felony. I ended up catching a possession of a crocodile, possession of a taser. I ended up catching felon possession of firearm, like delivering and manufacturing. Like I've went through a lot of stuff, man. I've tried a lot of different routes, man. I've sold drugs before, you know what I mean? I got in trouble for it, and it's just like trying to take that easy route, man. And it always made things so hard. And when I
mhm,
started realizing, man, it's like I can't keep doing these shortcuts. You know what I mean? I can't keep trying to cut the corners. Like I started learning, bro, that is not gonna benefit anything that you're doing. It's gonna come back and smack you in the face and swipe the rug out from under you when you think things are going good. Boom, your world's turned upside down. And that's when I started realizing, man, like fighting has been my path to be able to change my life around, man. Being able, once I found to be able to really find somebody else, helping other people, seeing the smiles on the kids' faces when I started doing this training in the park program or trying to help them out, free to the public, you know what I mean? Showing them the
mhm.
basics. And it's like you see these little kids doing crazy stuff, man. Like I had this kid do 7-minute play for autographed gloves. Like, how do you even do that, man? Like, what? Like, it was insane. And when I saw that, I was like, man, you know what I mean? Like the help that I was able to give and like
Mhm.
the guidance that I gave people that didn't know, you know, the darkness or the light in that darkness that they were going through. And it was like
Mhm.
being able to share that what I went through and being able to show people that, you know what I mean, what I found, the light that I found, you know what I mean? It's like it has been a different currency, man. And like when I was fighting for myself, I was knocking people out, but I didn't really know what I was fighting for. And now, oh, dude, I do this for the people, baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm bringing that belt back to the spot, man. That belt's coming home, man. It's gonna be the people's championship belt, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna be able to really build a different path for the next generation growing, man. Because it's like there's so much opportunity out there, man. And like I never knew that I would be on this platform. The fastest growing in combat sport history. You know what I mean? This is the
Mhm.
pinnacle modern day gladiators. Like, ain't
Yeah.
nobody else doing this stuff, man. Like, people hear bare knuckle boxing, they don't even want to like think about stepping in the ring. They're, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. No,
Mhm.
I want to feed my family and I want to chase something greater than just what's out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like I want to test that true grit, that true nitty gritty, the true
Mhm.
pinnacle point of a human being. Like, what is the true evolution of like, what are we really capable of? And like pushing myself to the limits. And like now that I found myself training for other reasons, you know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
fighting for other reasons, I start finding different motivations and different things to push myself in those rounds and to achieve those goals, man. And
Mhm.
there's no ifs, ands, about the bottom. Mark my words, I will be world champion, man. It's only a
I have
matter
no
of
doubt.
time. It's only a matter of time. I'm gonna bring that belt back to the people, man. They deserve it, and they don't even know what's coming, but I know they're gonna love it.
When you were walking to the ring to face Murray in your debut, did that walkout feel any different than a walkout to say an MMA fight?
Ooh,
Was there more
man.
to it?
It was like nothing I ever experienced before. At that moment, if there was anything to know, like you made it to like to the UFC, for any fighter that wants to
Hmm.
say, I made it to the UFC. When I went out there, the lights, they paid for everything. They told me they're gonna take care of all this stuff. Don't worry, just come out here, just come fight. I was the underdog. I mean, I was the underdog, man, and I came out there to easy fight for this man. And were they in for a surprise, man?
Hmm.
I and it was just it was scary, man. It was at that moment I knew I made it, man. I knew I was making something for myself, and I knew I was in a different level of promotion because it was just like the lights, the cameras, the organization, you know, the professionalism. Hey, you got to be here at this time. You got the itinerary to be here over here. You got to be on point and what. And it was just like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? And it's just like, you know, I'm new to this stuff, so I'm just like, all right, go with the flow. You know what I mean? And just doing everything that they were telling me. It was an amazing feeling from going from doing everything myself to having somebody, you know, drive the car on that point. You know, so it was just it was like nothing else I've ever experienced, and it was just phenomenal from start to finish, man. And it was just like a straight UFC event, man, that I've never been to in my life. It was at I think it was at the Lincoln Arena or something like that, Liberty Arena, the Liberty Arena in Omaha, Nebraska, man.
Yep.
It was insane, man. There's so many people out there. I saw my name across the little arena thing, man. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, man, it was insane. And then this guy was so big. This guy was so big. I was scared, bro. It was like nobody wanted to fight this man. He was undefeated, dropping people back to back, dude. And I'm just like, oh, what did I get myself into? I'm like, well, I'm like, I gotta feed the family. You know what I mean? Having 7 felonies, man. Like having all those counts on my record.
Possession
you know
of a
what I mean?
crocodile.
Man, like it's a difficult process to explain to some people, man. It's like, I'm sorry, he was a friend of the family. You know what I mean? Like I had him a harness, and his name was Coon. Like we would walk him around and stuff. Bro. It was insane. He was cool. He was cool, man. But unfortunately, you can't have exotic pets in the city, you know.
That's wild. I want to talk about the Joe Me fight. It's the one loss on your BKFC record. What led to that loss, and what are your thoughts on the decision?
Ooh, man, at that moment, I mean, everything kind of went the way it was supposed to. I did an amazing camp. I felt like I was more focused on recovery because I was doing everything like so, you know, intense. And I was like, oh, I'm ready for this. I'm going to make sure I leave no stone unturned. And I felt like I was trying to recover too much that the week of. And then I had that on my mind, and it was just a lot of different things going on. I just finally found out all the kinds of stories about my parents. You know what I mean? I was able to go see my aunt, my uncle down there. Like BKFC, like they have no idea like the amount of change that they've done for me in my life, man. Like they literally saved my life. I've been traveling the country, bro, being able to take my kids with me, being able to show my wife, and you know what I mean? This world, and it's just like, oh man, like having them experience everything with me. Waterfalls, chasing the elevation training, you know what I mean? And it's like my son, I take him out there with me. You know what I mean? My daughter, she goes and holds it down with my other son out here. And like it all works as a team, man. Everybody does their part. And we built something that's going to be a big impact in this world, man. And it's like now we know what we're doing. We found the destination on where we want to take the boat. And we're driving out to the island now, man. Regardless of what storm comes our way, we ready for it, man. We rock with the boat, man. We go with the motion.
Hell yeah! Did you agree with the judges?
I did not, unfortunately, man. I went out there, man. I went out there, dude. I poured my heart out there. We went 5 rounds, and I think almost 480 punches, I think it was. And I just went straight pressure. I had no experience on how to get out of the boxing, the ring. I had no idea how to get off the ropes. I
Okay.
never had any experience like getting into bare knuckle boxing. I had zero whatsoever experience boxing. Everything that I've learned, I've always wanted to try to do the John Jones route, man. John Jones, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, those are my idols. You know what I mean? Seeing those guys grow up, Bruce Lee, and like it
Yeah.
was crazy. Like that first fight, I told my coach, I'm like, if anything starts going wrong, just make sure you remind me. Empty my mind, flow like water, just breathe, be like water, be formless, be like water. I'm like, hit me with the Bruce Lee quote. He gets out there, man. We went right through with the plan, dude. He told me, chamber my shoulder, empty your mind, breathe. Make sure you're doing everything fluid, flow like water, flow like water. I went out there, man, and I pushed this man's bottom four teeth in, man. And at that moment, I was like, yeah, this is where it's at, man. But at that moment, I knew I was going to be something different. So when I went, and I took that loss. Unfortunately, it really dawned on me a bit, but I had to bite down and I told myself, where is it that I'm going to build from this?
Yeah.
So I went right back, man. I went right back to where I lost, hit the rock bottom. I hit Jomi up. I called him. I'm like, hey, can I come train? You know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron. And I felt the best way for me to grow is to grow where I had my home. And he was just dominating me with that left hook. He just knew things that I didn't know. So I figured, why not be a sponge? Go down and take what I can and build from that. And he was welcoming me with open arms. They brought me in there, man, and it was phenomenal, man. I was out there. He showed me things that I never knew. I was able to get more rounds in. I felt more confident after that, man. And it was just like, after that, dude, I just been knockout after knockout after knockout after knockout, man. And it's just like, I still had adversity snap on my heels, man, because like, a little bit after that fight is when I ended up catching that pulmonary embolism, man. And it was just, that was a tough pill to swallow, man. And it was like, because right after that Jomi fight, I ended up fighting in Utah, man. And I went and they gave me that big fight in Utah, man, against the savage, undefeated monster out there, too, Keegan Vandermeer, man.
I was going to have you walk me through the entire fight if you had time.
Oh, man, buckle up, man, because this, listen, adversity was snapping on the heels then, too, man. Everything that could have went wrong. And we went out there. I was able to, actually, I take that back because I was able to take my brother, which was a stage 4 oral cancer survivor, and I was able to travel and take him down with me, man, pay for all of his stuff to go on down there, man. It was an amazing experience. But literally everything that could have been going wrong on the road trip was going wrong. So it was definitely something different. But we traveled all the way from Michigan, made our way through Omaha, made our way out through where was it? Garden of the Gods in Illinois, man. Like we would travel through all of that. Colorado. We were out there in the Springs, man, in the elevation doing what it do. And then we went out to the Grand Canyon. I took them out there to Vegas, man. And it was just, it was an amazing experience. And I was able to train the entire time. Everywhere we went, I was stopping at like a hiking area. Boom, I'll take off sprint. Or boom, I'll start doing my shadow box at the top of a hill. And it was awesome, man. It was an awesome experience. And taking them out there, having my nephew out there with me too, man. And it was just like that many people, man. The pressure was on and it was just intense. And it was just like undefeated fighter in his hometown. And everybody's out to get me. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. I got to go take this guy's head off, man. But coming off of that loss, I was trying so many different routes, trying my angles, trying different pressure, and like still learning all this new boxing stuff. So when I went out there, I was able to test my new abilities, man. And woo-wee, man, that was a wild ride, man. Immediately off the line, dude, I wanted to get in there and get the fight done, man. But this man had other plans, bro. We went in there back to back. Boom, boom. I'm catching him. He's catching me. Boom, out of nowhere. Caught me with the meanest hug, dude. Just lit my world up, dude. Everything went white. And I'm like, whoa, rung my bell. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. So I'm like, all right, I got to get in here. Now I'm trying to hit different angles and I'm just pouring it on him. And man, dude, he killed a quarter of my face. The ref finally, they pulled me off of him. And I thought it was like, all right, we got to separate. No, it was the next round. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this man's beating my buns right now. Like I got to get it together. But we were just going back and forth and back and forth. And that next round opening up, I told myself, man, like, I've been through these waters before. I'm pushing another pace that these guys have never seen before. And I went out there and I tried to pour it on one more time, man. And he wasn't able to match that pace, man. And I went out there doing what I do best, man, and putting on pressure. And I was able to get that win, man, by just laying it on him and just hitting different angles and pouring it on him. And man, it was intense, man, because I couldn't really see much. I couldn't see anything because out of my left eye. And I remember I came up to the corner and like usually they tell you, hey, if you can't see, they're gonna call the fight. So I get to the corner and I'm like, oh man, coach. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm like, they caught me good. I can't see, coach. And I was just like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. Wrong choice of words, wrong choice of words. And I thought they were gonna try to stop it. Thank goodness they did it, man. Thank goodness that they did it. They did it here. And like I was able to snap it together. I'm pretty sure they knew what I was trying to say. So I went right back out there, man, and I tried to get out there and take his head off one more time, man. And we ended up putting on a hell of a war, man. Fight of the night. And then on top of that, it was like one of the craziest battles at that moment that BKFC has ever had in their entire history. They were like, these 2 rounds that they had is what BKFC is. You know, and it was just to have that experience, man. It was just like no other feeling, man. And I went out there in front of 8,000 people, over 8,000 people, man. And I went and I got this knockout of the night on the biggest card at that moment. The King of Violence, man. And it's like, what better night, man, to be able to perform like that, man. And I ended up coming out with that knockout, man. And, man, I was walking on clouds, bro. Being able to give that win to my brother, too. So I dedicated that fight to veterans as well, all over the world, man. And also to all the other cancer patients that were going through that battle. So there was no way I was going to be taking a loss on that one, man. But to be able to experience that, the pressure, I was on my way down there. And in Utah, there was just like this crazy, it was this crazy gas station in the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, I get out there, man. This guy comes out, crazy vet, or he was an ex-cop. He was an ex-cop, came out there. He seen I was checking out this crazy, it was like a leather holster. This guy takes me out there. He's like, oh, I see you know, you like the outdoor stuff, you know what I mean? And the blades. And he takes me out, shows me his arsenal in his car, shows me all kinds of crazy stuff. He gave me a buck knife that he made himself. Gave me a buck knife that he made himself, man. And like, dude, he blessed me like no other, man. And I was able to gave me a whole bunch of motivational speeches, man, that really ignited a whole new aura, man. And I was just, that moment is when I knew I was like, this is what I do this for, man. Like, I know I'm doing this for other reasons that I know are greater and beyond me. You know what I mean? So it was an amazing experience, man. But to secure that fight of the night on King of Violence card, man, ooh, it was such an amazing feeling, man. It was a dream come true. And man, dude, I gave that fight to the people, man. No doubt about it.
How does that feeling compare to a 3-second knockout?
Whoo, man, you know, it is always so good when you work hard for it. When you work hard for it and you gotta really get in there and get in and get out with some grit, like you tend to appreciate it just a little bit more. You know what I mean? But it was like I was a little more proud of that fight. I mean, I would say I was very proud of the 3-second knock. Don't get me twisted, man. It was an amazing experience, and that one on its own was another experience, man. Phenomenal, like. Everything I did, man, I left no stone unturned with that fight. And it was like to be able to compare like that to my other camps, I was mind blown to see what I was capable of doing with hard work. You know what I mean? Like people do the work that they're supposed to, you know what I mean? For fighting. You know, you got your average fighters that just do what they're supposed to. Then you got certain fighters that go out there and just test certain things. Some are hit or miss. But then you go find those ones that find what it is. Oh, baby. And that's where I feel I get to come in and show the people I found a different niche, man. Like I found my thing. I found something different that I get to bring to the table. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am the next most entertaining fighter in the world. And they're going to see it, man. They're going to see it. It's only a matter of time. Yes, sir.
I love it, dude. Most recently, you took on Zach Cavender in your home state of Michigan. Did you feel extra pressure, or I mean, I'm sure you did. I know that's a silly question, but once the fight starts, does that pressure go away?
Oh man, no, dude. That fight. All right. The build up to that fight was something else. It was like watching my career from each fight to each fight. I pour my heart and soul into it, man. Mm-hmm. So to be able to go through everything, like it was a phenomenal camp. That camp, I left no stone unturned as well. I went out there. For the 3-second knockout, I jumped out to elevation training, Smoky Mountains. I was in Georgia wrestling alligators, trying to go out to Florida to the beaches and the humidity. I'm out there doing everything I needed to be able to secure that win. And do it. The next fight after that, the 3-second one, she took me, my wife, she's the one who's been putting my camps together. I tell her what I like to do, where I want to do it, and she goes and finds everything and does everything that she needs to. We went to Colorado Springs, man, to the highest point of elevation, 14,115 feet. And man, dude, Pike Peak, bro, was insane. Like nothing I've ever done before. I threw on the mask. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna do this for the people. My sponsors are watching. I've got to be able to put this out there. Like my fans, my friends are depending on me. Like I can't let them down. And I went out there and I did what I needed to do. I put the mask on, try to kill myself and push myself to the next limits. And man, I find that comfort in the uncomfortable, man. And it's like when I'm able to get in there, I get to show the world, man, like this is what real fire is, baby. This is the real heat right here, you know, like, let's go. And I'm able to really get in there and show them that, you know, and that training camp, it pushed me to different limits. I was fighting with myself the second I got up there. Oh, man, I don't even need to be up here. I got that 3-second knockout. I don't need to do this. I got good cardio. No, bro. No, that's when I started seeing the demons creeping in, and I was like, no, this is where I got to turn it up a notch. So then I started having those voices come in, so I said, you know what? Want to be a little bitch about things? Take your ass up farther up. So I ended up going to Montawi Incline, I think it is, the Stairway to Heaven. 2,700 stairs, man. I went out there and I tried to tackle that thing, man. That thing will have you looking like Beyonce right after you get done. There's so many stairs, it's insane, man. Like you're coming out there in a different form, a different shape. Like it was just like nothing else, man. Like you get down to the bottom and you just look up at the stairs and you're just like, this is a mountain. This isn't even possible. Like, what are these people even thinking about putting all these stairs up here, man? Like, what's going on? And they're not even. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's just like, man, it was insane. But being able to reach those levels and find that difficulty. The second I took off up there, immediately I was like, yeah, the mask was just choking me. I'm like, I do not want to be here anymore. The burning. I just thought everything inside started to just burn. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, what am I doing, man? Like, why am I even doing this? I started questioning again. And in that moment, I started realizing, man, the kids are depending on me. All those little young bucks out there in the Training in the Park program that came out there, and, you know, they put their heart and they put their soul into it. And I was like, I can't let those kids down, man. And I went out there and threw that mask on and let's go, baby. I started trucking up there, the people looking at me like I was crazy. And when I couldn't do it anymore, I pulled off to the side and I started shadowboxing. I started getting it in, catching control of my breath. And that right there, I was able to really find a different comfort zone in a super uncomfortable position. And that's what I felt really helped me out getting into that firefight with Zach Cavender, because like that was like him being a knockout artist, him being the next thing smoking. They were really, 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 really putting a lot of money and a lot of time into this man. So they were thinking, all right, this guy's going to come in. If Mohawk takes this man out, or if he doesn't got his shit together, they're going to knock him out. And man, he definitely knocked me out. He knocked me out in the first like little scramble that we got, man. And being able to have that fight in front of my town, man, in front of my people, like it was insane, because like going out there, the energy was just out of this world, man. Everybody, Mohawk, Mohawk, Mohawk. I was like, oh shit, let's go, baby. I can't let you guys down, man. Let's get it.
Right.
And then he was telling everybody that he was gonna knock me out in front of everybody, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like. I was just, dude, when he caught me and everything went white. And I tell you, everything went white. I probably only had like a small sliver of vision right here. And I could only see his feet. And I was like, if you see me when I'm like trying to shake and I'm trying to fake, oh my goodness, yo, like that's when I was trying to get him to move so that I wouldn't hit the ref. Because I didn't know if it was the ref or the fighter, you know what I mean? So it's like, and in that first scramble, I caught him with the left. And when he caught me with that left, man, dude, it lit my belt, man. And it just completely lit up my world. And I was like, yeah, I got to finish the fight right now, because I started feeling everything leaking. And I was like, no, not today, not in front of my people. Are you going to do this to me? Not today. You know, and that was honestly, like, I feel like the definition of God's armor, man, because I left no stone unturned. I went out there and I took the hardest route possible. And man, this man wasn't ready for what I had to bring, man. And we went out there and they said that it was the most damage ever inflicted in a short amount of time in the entire BKFC. Because, man, that was like, it was crazy, because that was the fight that I've always dreamed of. the fight to get in there. Boom, I catch him. He catches me. I'm in there getting back in there, and I'm catching him. He's catching me. We're going back and forth, and then boom, I come in. I just shot the world, man. And that was, I feel, definitely was what happened. And like being able to push through and break through that adversity. Because man, when he caught me and he was catching me again, his technicality on that southpaw was smooth, man. I feel good in my southpaw too, but man, he was a different breed, man, and he was just bam, 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 and I was like, oh, dude, right? I ain't going down like this in front of my people, man. You know? So it was just, I bit my mouthpiece down, man, and I went to work, man. I started getting in there. I dug in deep, and I dragged him into the deep waters, man. I just remember snatching him up like, this is my ring. Dude, yep. Immediately, he was like, yep, I don't want to be here no more. I'm done. Screw it. He looked at his coaches. I remember there was a moment because they were like, when we walk out, I could hear everything that they were saying. Stick to the game plan. He's dumb. It's okay. He's going to be dumb about things. He's a sloppy fighter. He's not going to be able to handle your technicality, your pressure. He's going to go down. You got to stick to the game plan. Be smart about things. And I'm like, all right. You want to talk shit? We're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to buckle down and we're going to see what happens. This is why I don't talk shit, because I talk with my hands, and we're going to find out what you're talking about. And he blasted me. Boom, right down the pipe, man. And when I tell you that one I didn't think was like, it didn't really do much because I was able to switch step off immediately, and it like took a lot of that off. But when I pushed him off in there, we got into that first little scramble, man, and he caught me and I caught him. Everything was just like, yeah, this is critical mode. This is where I got to finish this thing down, man. And it was just like, he caught me so good, man. And he made me dig into a spot that I never knew I had to dig into, man. And like, I ended up having to bite down my mouthpiece, and I gave the people what they want, man. I told them, I was like, this fight, this was going to be my gift to the world, and being able to execute on that fashion, man, to do that for the people, bro. It was just, oh my goodness. It was like a movie. It was like a movie. 2.5 hours. It was like an hour and a half. And then 2 hours when I got out, everybody was out there. There was a entourage of people, dude. It was just insane. Like, I didn't know that I was going to have that much support, that much love. I get out there. I didn't even get to make it to the after hours spot. Like, everybody swamped me. They're just taking pictures, and everybody was just this and that. And I'm like, I love you, people. I do this for you. And it was insane being able to share that love, man, and like get that love, and like making my way all the way through there. Like, it took me about 30 minutes to make my way from the event to the after hours spot with a little bar. I get into the bar. Oh my goodness, the whole freaking crowd, like it was a sea of people in there. Mohawk, Mohawk, Mohawk. I was like, goosebumps, man. I jumped on top of the chair, dude. I felt like Coyote Ugly in there. Let's go, baby. You know, it was, oh man, it was like nothing else I've ever experienced, man. Being able to give the people exactly what they wanted and being able to execute like that in my hometown was like nothing I've ever experienced, man. Just straight dream-like, man. And like, oh, the pressure definitely was intense. The pressure was definitely intense because, you know, you don't get an opportunity like that very often. You know, from the prelims to the main event, man, like, come on, baby. Like, that goes to show how hard work really, really pays off. If you really put that blind faith in, man, and you really put the work in, you don't cut any corners, and you really, really dive in deep, bro, the possibilities are endless, man. And you find so much beauty out there, man. It was just, absolutely, man, legendary, man. Legendary. And like being able to experience that gave me a feeling of, I'm doing this for the right reasons. This is what I do this for. This is what I live for now, man. Like, this is what brought me back, man. And like doing what I'm doing now, man, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to change the world, man. It's only a matter of time.
I love it, man. What does the word redemption mean to you?
I feel like it's overcoming a difficult battle, because redemption is there's a form of defeat in there. You know, you got to come back from something. You know what I mean? It's a comeback from something. So it's just like, I feel like it's a trial of, are you ready to overcome what you lost? You know what I mean? Are you ready to fill in those holes, you know what I mean, on that road that you ended up falling in before? And I feel like that redemption is that's my best definition of it is
Okay.
overcoming some very, very difficult situation that stopped you before.
Okay. Who's the greatest bare knuckle fighter ever?
Haha, they don't know it yet, but Mr. Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez, baby. Let's go.
I ask everybody this question. Mount Rushmore of fighters, any era, any combat sport, who are the greatest 4 fighters ever?
Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Bruce Lee, and I gotta say, man, I want to say Sylvester Stallone, but it was just a movie, man. But my man Rocky was putting in work, man. You know what I mean? Like, the guy definitely do what he do, man. You can't be the classic, man.
Right.
But no, for sure. I would say those guys. Those are definitely my top. Oh, actually, I'll switch out my man's with Ip Man. Donnie Yen, man, has been the Ip Man. He has been, and the Tony Jaa, man, the Muay Thai. That's who I followed coming up with the Muay Thai, man. The Muay Thai was Tony Jaa. You know, my Wing Chun that I always try to, follow after the hard. It's been my man's Donnie Yen, man, the Ip Man.
Okay. You mentioned Rocky. What's the best Rocky movie?
Ooh, I would say the classical first one, man. That first one, baby. That first one was, you can't get that one, man. I'm telling you, it's. Then there's the Adrian. Yep. I love it, man. I love them all.
We're to the last section with questions. Some of these are going to be the goofiest questions you've ever been asked in an interview. The goal here is to make the professional fighter more relatable to the regular guy. You've mentioned both names. I want to know, both in their prime, who wins, Ali or Tyson?
Ooh, my man Ali was doing his thing, man. He would pour it out on them. And Mike Tyson has never fought anybody like Muhammad Ali. That grit that he had, man. I feel like Muhammad Ali would have definitely walked Mike Tyson down. He would have took some shots, but when Mike Tyson was like, all right, this man ain't going down, I feel like Muhammad Ali would have definitely walked him down and took that win.
Frustrated him?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, because I've realized, like, that's my fighting style that I love, that Mike Tyson, go in there and handle business. Bing, and trying to find that peekaboo style, you know what I mean? And it's like, now trying to implement that and then also being able to push off that pressure that Muhammad Ali has. You know what I mean? Like, that first fight that I had, this is how I know, man, it was an amazing experience, and this is what I'm built for, and this is what I'm meant to do, because I got that same picture that Muhammad Ali got, man, with that knockout, and he's out there like, and the guy's laying out on the floor, and the ref's like, yo, my man, wake up. And I got that same picture, man, and I'm going to end up blowing it up here soon, man. I got to definitely blow it up, because that right there is just, it was an icon, man. It was an icon.
Absolutely. What do you like better, pizza or burgers?
Oh, pizza all day, man. You can't go wrong with pizza, man. I just had my first time. Oh, no. I just had something completely different, man. That was mind-blowing, that I've never had in my days before. It was a pizza burger. It was a burger-flavored pizza. This man made everything pizza style, but he had all the ingredients of a burger. And I've never had anything like this before. And I'm still, to this day, I'm yet to find this yet. And I'm like, man, thinking to myself, like, I got to get my ass back down there, man, because it's like, I've never had any pizza like this before. I think it was in Utah. I believe is where I had it, man. And never before in my days. I don't even think there's anything like that over here in Michigan, man. A pizza burger, man. But it was that right there with no doubt. And then on top of that, I would say that my go-to is the pineapple pepperoni. The pineapple pepperoni pizza, man. Can't go wrong.
All righty. Favorite animal at the zoo?
Lions, man. But lion or the bears, man. I like the bears, man, because I got on my list, man. I'm gonna fight a bear one day. They just don't know it yet. I'm gonna take me on that boo boo. And we get a piece of that picnic basket, boo
boo. Another one. Who wins in their prime? GSP versus Anderson Silva.
Ooh, GSP, bro. You can't mess with the GOAT, bro. You can't mess with the GOAT, bro. GSP, even on his worst day. Man. But Anderson Silva's no pushover, man. But I don't feel like he was definitely a GSP, man. GSP is like nothing this world's ever seen. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame, man. And there's nobody been able to compare close to him. And that's the kind of image and that I want to have. You know what I mean? Like that nobody else can compare to, that nobody else has been able to achieve, man. And it's like, oh man, I can't wait to have my name up there with these guys, man.
Yes, sir. Who would have been the better bare knuckle fighter, Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris?
Woo! That's a good one, man. Oh man. You can't go wrong with old Chuck, man. You can't go wrong with old Chuck, man, because Chuck Norris was that man. He was changing Batman's wheels, man. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't. But man, Bruce Lee, though, bro, Bruce Lee always found a way because of the hard work that he embraced. Everything that he did was just, it was different as well, man. But Chuck Norris just had that Lone Star kick your ass aura, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just that's a tough one, man. But I feel like Bruce Lee would have definitely made it with that 3-inch punch, man.
Okay. What do you prefer, coffee or energy drinks? How do you get your caffeine?
Coffee, baby. You gotta juice me up with some of that coffee bean, baby. Let's go.
Dude, I've never been able to drink coffee. It's all
Man, I never liked it. It's crazy because I never liked it at first either. And then I would say probably a little about 8 or 9 years ago is when I actually started drinking coffee. I never really liked it, man. I'd always see everybody. And then when I was in prison, unfortunately, like I seen a lot of crazy stuff that people were doing for coffee. So I was like, this stuff is a drug, man. Like, hold on, they should be making this illegal, man. Like, it was wild, man. It was wild. The stories I tell you, this, man, it's crazy. But that coffee, like that was one thing that pushed me away from the coffee. But once I started really seeing the benefits of it, and once I started studying more of it, I started falling in love with it, man. I started using it at the right times. And, you know, I don't have coffee anytime before 9 o'clock because then I give there's that crash if you have a certain type of coffee during the day. So you got to have, I started playing around with different timings and different, dieting things. And that's really what I felt also took me to the next level because, I mean, I've already got energy that's, you know what I mean, that I can't even turn off. You know what I mean? So right. Sometimes I'm like, man, then I just need to, let me just relax for a minute, man, and I can't even sit down, man. I'm just ready to go, do something exciting, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. There's just something about it. That coffee, though, too, man, it gets me right back into that energy again that I need once in a while when I'm, like, all feeling all groggy or, you know what I mean? So,
all right.
I see it because, honestly, too, energy drinks, man, like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be burning bad news, but, like, I feel like the Celsius is, man, like, I had to cut those off because when I caught that pulmonary embolism, I didn't know where it came from, man. Like, I had no idea what it was. And, like, the caffeine, I don't know if it was the caffeine, doing the long drives and doing the energy drinks, not moving around like I should have been. But once I cut the Celsius, the energy drinks off and all that other stuff, like, that is when everything, like, really, really took a different route for me. Like, I had to bite down and, like, I switched everything up. I did a gallon of water a day. I did swimming. I started studying on the human anatomy. All right, since I got a $50 size dead tissue in my lung that's about to collapse my lung, how do I get, you know what I mean, that lung rehabilitated? They told me that since it was an organ, that it would never be rehabilitated, it would never breathe the same, that I was going to be on the verge of dying, that I'm on blood thinners indefinitely for the rest of my life. And I just could not accept that, man. To hear that coming from a doctor, man, you know what I mean? That my career is over and it's just begun, bro. Like, come on, I just got one of the biggest knockouts, you know what I mean? Like, in the fight of the night, that was right after that Keegan Vandermeer fight, man. And it's just like I was on ice for like almost a year because of that stuff, a little over a year. And I'm like, dude, like, I did beetroots to open up the veins. I did the Mullen plant to be able to help with that mucus in the lungs. And then I went into the steam room and the sauna, and I started doing breathing routines in through the nose, out through the mouth to be able to force that constant oxygen in through the organs that it's supposed to. And when I started raising up my heart rate, you know what I mean, by doing those breathing routines, I was pulling as much as oxygen as I could to that dead tissue. So in a way, I started thinking to myself, like, well, we heal up when we get cut. Why can't we do the same from inside? Like, what's the difference between that? And then if it's an external, why can't we do internal healing? So I just started really, really having faith in that, you know what I mean? Doing my blind faith and my research on that stuff. And like, I bit the barrel, man. And I went out there and I did my mouthpiece and I went out there and I did what I needed to do. I took that routine of swimming, getting my buns in there, doing like an hour or 45 minutes in there in that steam room when I didn't want to. When I felt that panic and I'm like, oh man, this isn't good. Like, I feel different. Like, that's when I started controlling myself. I started breathing more and I started just having more faith in that rhythm. And I put that subconscious mind to work, man. And it's been phenomenal, bro. I rehabilitated it. I cleared it out. And the doctors were calling me into everything. They told me the pulmonologist. They sent me to the different blood circulation doctor. I went to all kinds of specialists, dude. I ran out of money and I went into a lot of debt for this, man. But it was worth it to be able to prove them wrong and just to tell them get out of my case, man. Because it's like, it's not easy to hear that you got to spend $1,600, you know what I mean, every week on this prescription. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah.
I would never be able to afford it. If I was making $1,600 a week, man, I wouldn't be, doing what I'm doing now, man. I'd be enjoying life right now, man. I'm like, bro, come on, man. And it's like, and then I had no choice but to find another way or give up fighting, man. And I went out there and I pushed every single test. I passed it with flying colors, man. And I went out there and that's when I secured that second fastest knockout in combat sport history, man. Being able to show these people, man.
Away.
Man, and they told me I should definitely fight it because there was like they didn't stop it when he hit the ground, I guess. And like they said that it was definitely probably 0.9 or maybe point, you know what I mean? Something that would be, compared with the side by side with the first. But I was like, yo, I'll take second. I don't care. I ain't gonna fight it. That just means next year now I know I'm capable of getting a 3-second knockout. I'm about to beat that record next year. Watch, mark my words.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be in trouble, man. They better watch out, man. 'Cause, man, I'm coming, bro. I'm telling you, I'm coming with a force that they've never reckoned with before.
I can't wait. What's the best Christmas movie?
Woo, Home Alone, baby. You gotta get the classic with the Home Alone.
All righty. This next question's goofy, but I ask everyone because the answers are all over the place. In your bathroom at home, does the toilet paper feed over the roll or under?
Ooh, it actually stays in the hand, so I can wrap it around like this.
Okay, just sitting on the sink.
Yes, sir. You grab it, do what it do, get more control over it, and working and twerking at the same time.
I love it, dude. All right. You have kids, so I'm sure you'll appreciate this. Would you rather be punched barefisted in the face one time or step on a Lego barefoot in the middle of the night in the dark?
Woo! I'd rather take that punch, man. That little chimichangas, man. Oh man, when I first got my son his first little Lego set, I knew. I looked at my wife, and I gave her that look like I've seen this in movies too many times. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yep.
And we tried it out, man. That first week, oh man, she walked on one, he walked on one, and then when I walked on one, I was like, yeah, this gotta go. I rounded every Lego up, dude. I threw it in the box and I put it high in the closet, man.
Yep. Oh, I love that. You're gonna go commit a bank robbery, Esteban, and you got to take 2 people with you, a gunman and a getaway driver. Who are the 2 people you're taking?
Ooh, man. First, I would ask you, man, you ready to make some money? I
have allegedly been known to want money before.
And then I would say, man, I would definitely ask my wife, maybe you ready to go on a permanent vacation?
There we go.
Yeah, we're going to go to do what it do.
That's great. All right. You have to sing one song, start to finish, word for word, 0 mistakes for $1 million. And this can't be happy birthday, no nursery rhymes, nothing like that. A real song, $1 million on the line. What are you singing?
It would have to be Desperado from El Mariachi. El Mariachi, man, the Desperado, that song. I mean, I've been listening to, I'm watching Desperado all my life, man. That was like one of my movies coming up, man. Seeing these guys with the guitar, I taught myself guitar after that, you know what I mean? So it's just one of my little hidden talents, you know what I mean? I play guitar, I gotta get down a little something, you know what I mean? But I said the Mariachi, man, Desperado for sure, man.
Okay.
I think or Terrence Crawford, actually. Terrence Bud Crawford walked out to it his last fight going against Canelo.
Okay. Yep.
And I was like, that's my star. What you doing with my? Like, you ain't, oh man, this guy, man. But I was psyched, man. I was happy. I was jumping up and down like, that's my karaoke song.
What's something you really enjoy that might surprise people?
Piano.
Okay.
I love piano, man. I like getting down. I like wiggling, tickling these fingers, man. The $1 million hands, I say. When we get down,
Nice.
woo, get jiggy with it, man. Get jiggy with it. Because Guitar Hero, I got down on Guitar Hero, man. I used to play expert a lot, man. I used to get down on the expert. I did one of my accomplishments that I'm proud of. I got Freebird, man. I got a 98% on Freebird, which is like
Nice.
one of the most intense, you know what I mean? Songs on that, you know what I mean? And it was, I would say, definitely, playing instruments though, man.
Okay.
Instruments is something that I absolutely love, and when I get to playing with it, the melodies, like the frequency that I put out, you know what I mean, that's just naturally coming from the subconscious or the conscious mind. It's just, I feel like everybody's like, what? Where did you learn that? It's like the movies.
All right, Esteban, for anybody who's going to watch this interview that may currently be going through hard times, feeling like they're broken or maybe at rock bottom, what message would you like to share with them about not giving up?
Listen, embrace the storm. Do not be afraid to go headstrong into it, because when you go headstrong into it, those are usually those moments when everything is falling apart around you and you are the closest of getting out. Do not give up, because I guarantee you everything gets harder right before the end. Just when you think that it's over with and everything that you've been doing is not worth it and all the stuff, the hard work that you've been doing isn't paying off. No, guarantee you, if you stay just a little bit longer, you will achieve what you want. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Do not give up, and you will make it. It is possible, man. Embrace the hard, and everything else will come easy. It's that simple. It's that simple. When I started doing everything easy and I started cutting short or trying to cut corners, everything started getting harder. It's just the way of the laws of the universe, man. I don't care what anybody says. I put blind faith in, man, and I started praying and doing my meditations, whatever you want to call it, the forms of speaking from within. Magic started happening, baby. Lightning don't strike in the same spot once. You know what I mean? Twice. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've been on the rampage. I've been on the warpath, back to back to back to back. Every single fight I've been brought into undefeated fighters. I've been told I'm going to get knocked out. My pressure is different. I need to slow down. And how are you supposed to drive a car when you got infinite gas? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you gotta take it easy. The gas tank, this and no, bro. How are you supposed to drive a car when you're dumping gas at the same time as you got the foot all the way to the pedal? You know what I mean? And it's like, you gotta drive it, baby. You gotta drive it like you stole it, man. Like you just got to that bank and we got the safe in the car trunk. Let's go, baby. They own us. That permanent vacation is right there.
Oh, dude, I love that. What's the best thing about being you?
Man, all the hard things, I've been able to find the beauty and being grateful in all of this chaos. I've started to learn, you know what I mean? Like, I see the world differently now. When I went through all these fires, I can tell people how hot it gets now. You know what I mean? And it's like now I'm able to show the world like what you can be more grateful for. You know what I mean? Just having all your limbs, you know what I mean? Being able to be healthy, being able to read, you know what I mean? Being able to go out and walk, jump on the bus, you know what I mean? Get onto a bike. You know what I mean? It's like people miss a lot of stuff. They take a lot of things for granted, man. And like I've been through some things, you know what I mean? Arrested for a crocodile, you know what I mean? Which was a part of the family, you know what I mean? And present, playing with guns when I shouldn't have been playing with guns, you know what I mean? It's just like I've lost, you know what I mean, family. I don't got my mom, my dad, you know what I mean, there with me. I've lost kids before. Like I've embraced almost everything that this world can, you know what I mean, dish out, you know what I mean? And it's just like I can be that sour, you know what I mean, in the corner. Oh, life's been hard on me.
Yeah.
Life's kicked me in the mouth, kicked my teeth in, you know what I mean? Or I can stand 10 toes down, chin up, and say, what else you got, baby? Let's go. I'm blowing this thing out the water. Whatever you got, baby, I'm going to show the world what it takes to really, really build something new. Because when everything gets destroyed around you, now you have the opportunity to grow and build. You know what I mean? In a way that you would want to do. And I've learned, you know what I mean, finding what you do best with the least amount of energy. And you go all in. Screw what everybody else says. Screw everybody's opinions. Regardless if you're doing something right or if you're doing something wrong, you're going to have haters. And you're going to have somebody that's going to be talking smack. And you just got to go out there and do your best for you, yourself, your family, and whoever else that you want to take on your journey. Because when we go, we don't get to take nothing with us, man. And we just get to leave our beautiful legacy of what we did while we were on the planet. And you best believe when they open up that book of Mohawk, it's going to be like, whoa, man, Can I take you back to page 1? I gotta read this again, man. Like, hold on, there's no way this happened. Like, and yeah, man, I've been through some things, man. But this is like now being through all of that, like having everything taken from me. Like I've had 198 acres, you know what I mean? Being out there in the RVs, mobile homes, the quads, the dirt bikes. I just wasn't happy at all. You know what I mean? A cabinet full of all snacks that you can think of, everything that you can think of, M&Ms, Twix, Snickers, man. Like I was being a little fatty, man. You know, one day I'm gonna give you my Krispy Kremes sponsorship. Mark my words, man. This is only a matter of time too, man. But you know, having all of that stuff, like being able to jump out there and experience different things, like I've learned, man, like there's a lot of things out here that are like false advertisement that you feel like you want, and then you go out and you get it and you just don't feel it anymore. Like you tell yourself, this isn't what I thought it was, man. And like when I started finding those different routes of like, okay, helping the kids out, man, being able to go talk to these elementary schools and being able to go in front of, you know, hundreds of people and be like, hey, it's okay to be able to lose. It's okay to do this. Just go out there and try your best, regardless of what happens. If you just dump your heart and soul into it, if it's a win or lose situation, if you legit dump everything into it, you're going to feel amazing, man. Regardless if you win or lose, you're going to feel amazing because you know that you put everything that you have into that situation or into that, you know what I mean, predicament, whatever it is that you want to be doing. And whether it's, you know, being at the gym and accomplishing 20 push-ups, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people can't even do 15, 10, you know what I mean? Like I go out there, I start off with 5. I hate push-ups, but I start out with 5. When I'm in my off camps, I do what I got to do. I smash food, and then I got to get right back into camp again. I can barely do like 10, 15 push-ups, man. So I'm like, all right, we're going to build our way back up into this, man. You know what I mean? And it's just, a lot of people would be like, oh, no, man, I can't even do 5 push-ups, man. I'm so out of shape. Nah, man, get your 5 in. Wait another 5 minutes, get your another 5 in, wait another 5 minutes, or get another 5 in, you know what I mean? And then eventually you're going to build off of that. And a lot of people, they usually give up right before they get what they want, man, because it gets so difficult and that hardship hits, man. And it's like, I guarantee people, though, man, if you just stick it out just a little bit longer, man, just a little bit longer, I guarantee you guys, man, it'll all work out, man. It'll all work out. I promise you. Just have that little bit of faith of taking that one step in front of 10,000, and you're gonna find a whole new world, man.
100%. What's the best way for fans to keep up with you and follow you on your way to the title?
Man, listen, dig this. Check out Instagram at Team Mohawk MMA, and you can check me out on Facebook, Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez. Or you can also go to my YouTube channel, which I just started, BKFC Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez. And you can see the journey to that 3-second knockout, man. And I guarantee you guys, listen, mark my words, I promise you guys this. It's only a matter of time. I will be that 205 world champion. There's nothing these boys can do to stop it, man. They better hit that trail. They better hit that treadmill, baby, because I'm coming. I'm coming, and they know it. The war path it's rising, man. And the beats, the war drums are rumbling.
Esteban, that was awesome. I'm out of questions, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about or anyone you want to shout out before we get off here?
I just want to say, you guys, everybody out there, man, happy holidays, whatever you guys are doing. I know it's the New Year's. Do not give up. Make a plan. Stick to it. Execute. I guarantee you things are going to fall apart. But if you stick it through, you will get what you want and you will achieve it. Embrace the hard. Everything else will fall into place and be so, so easy. When you step into that hard life, your life becomes easy, man. It's simple as that, baby. Thank you to all my sponsors too, man, that made all this happen all to where I'm at now. I wouldn't have been able to do this without having you guys put us out there too. So thank you as well. You know what I mean? All the support, all the fans. You guys are amazing. I do this for you guys, man. Buckle up, because this next fight is going to be my gift back to the world again. And it is going to be something the world ain't never seen before, baby. You think you saw something before? Yeah. Ooh-wee, buckle up, baby, because I'm just getting started.
Yes, sir. Esteban, I'm going to get this uploaded. It'll take about 30 minutes. I'll send you the first copy if you want to watch it. If you don't like it for any reason, let me know. I'll take it down.
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're gravy, man. We send it. Full send, baby. Full send, baby. Full send.
Thank you so much for sharing part of your holiday season with the show and myself, man. I really appreciate it.
No, man, thank you. I appreciate everything that you guys do, man. You are the man, bro. Keep up the amazing work. I know it's been a difficult ride to get to this point, man. But listen, we here. We here, baby. We here.
Yes,
We
sir.
just getting started too, man. It's only going up from here, man. I appreciate it,
Absolutely.
yo. Thank you,
Yes,
G.
sir.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, man.
Have a great rest of your night, sir.
You too, boss. Later.
Bye-bye. What an incredible interview. That guy, I've never seen energy like that. At least not naturally. Thank you, Esteban, for sharing your time. I want to thank a couple of the show sponsors. Bucked Up Energy, the new bare knuckle punch flavor is amazing. I want to thank HKA, the Fighter's Choice for gear. Check us out next week. I just spoke with Tim Sylvia yesterday. He's supposed to be coming on the show. Hope you guys have a great rest of your holidays and an awesome New Year's. I'll see you next time.